If you would have told me that there's a man more universally hated in the Magic YouTube community than me, I would have told you, you're crazy. But today, I'm embarking on a mission to find such a man. Let's see if I can get it done. So the place I'm going only takes cash. 2017, come on. So fortunately, the place I'm heading is near my parents' house, so I just called my dad, who's half asleep because he works first shift. And I was like, hey, I need you to put like 10 bucks in an envelope in the garage before you fall asleep. I need to get in somewhere that only takes cash. And he's like, I don't want to know, it's in the garage. But it's worth it because, you know, I've got to see what is more hated than HQ. Gotta make a pit stop. So hate is all the rage on the internet these days. Hate is the new love. It's the currency of the perpetually offended, and it pays well for a lot of people. And there's a misconception about me as being a hateful guy, when in fact I really don't hate anybody. I don't even hate Wedge. A lot of people think I hate Wedge. I dislike him. But magic is something that supersedes hate, and it's something that brings everyone together. And just like, for example, I've played music with a couple different guys in the past year or so, hardcore Bernie bros. We disagree on almost everything politically, yet we're still friends. And that's the way kind of adults handle things. And I'm not trying to throw shade, but like, I have disagreements with my friends all the time, and sometimes they change my mind, sometimes I change their mind, sometimes we both dig in and stick to our predetermined beliefs, or the things that we might be having a conversation about, and that's what makes us grow. I keep people I disagree with really close to me, closer to me than people that I disagree, or I keep them closer than people I necessarily agree with, because I want to grow. I want to be able to debate. I want to be able to understand all sides. And if you just live in an echo chamber and you don't challenge your own beliefs, if you don't do, you know, run stock on the things that you believe in regularly, you miss out on the real picture, on the big picture. And of course, the big picture is somewhere in between what you might believe and what somebody else believes, but that's the point of argument. Argument is has a negative connotation, but a long time ago, it was an art, it was a respected thing. Debate, argument, Plato, Socrates, things like that. They question things. And nowadays, everyone, in my opinion, is too fucking sensitive. And if you criticize somebody, everyone's so quick to say, my feelings. And you know, I subscribe to the facts don't care about feelings side of things. And I'm wrong a lot. I'm wrong more than I'm right. But I don't hold things against, for example, my friends and I, we disagree on, for example, healthcare or immigration. And these are the people I disagree with. I have a friend, his name is Caleb. He lives in a barn, basically. He's a total, he also plays magic. He's really like a modern day hippie. And him and I have really long, engaging debates that sometimes get heated, but then because we're friends, we're able to kind of like take a step out and say, hey, you know what? Agree to disagree. And I think that's really a lost skill and I'm only 33, gonna be 34 in a week or so. But I feel like that's kind of a lost ability of today's youth, is to be able to disagree with somebody and not hate them. Hating is so freaking easy to do. And as Magic players, we're smart. As a lot, we're very smart, but a lot of us are very emotional, and hate is something that is just such an easy way out in life. And I see the tide turning here with, you know, my local game stores and people I play with. But online, it's just so sad. Everyone wants to just divide everybody and, you know, pick a lane and stick into it. You know, it's sad, really. I mean, I'm going to GP Vegas, and I would love to collaborate with Brian from Tolarian or even Wedge from the Mana Source, but I feel like they are incapable of getting over things. And that doesn't make me better than them. They have their reasons, right? But for some mild disagreements, things sure have blown out of proportion, and it's really sad for intellectual people to let egos take over. And I'm definitely someone who lets his ego kind of take over sometimes, but I can step back and apologize and see the other side of things sometimes. And you know, as Magic players, if you're watching this video, you know, I want you to take that away. Even if you disagree with me, we can still be friends. Like, that's, I don't understand where along the lines people started feeling like, oh my God, this person voted for this person, we can't be friends. You know how 99% of people really vote? They go to the booth, they decide there's two candidates, and they pick the one they hate the least. Is that fucked? Yes. But it's not like people say to me like, oh my God, you voted for Donald Trump, you're a racist. No, I just didn't want to vote for Hillary. I voted for Obama, am I racist? No. Like, it's so weird how people are these days, and I'd like to see the Magic community kind of get out of this rut. All right, I got my allowance from my pops. The guy I'm meeting offered to pay, imagine that, for one of the biggest assholes in the Magic community. He offered to pay for me, but I don't like owing people money, especially when I could come to my parents' house so quickly. It's kind of on the way, so I'm on the way. I definitely would like people to be more open, right? I mean, that's kind of the point. You know, Magic players, even in like the decks we play and the formats we play, it's like I hear way too much like, oh, you play this deck? That's shit! Like, why is that even a response? I've never felt that way about any deck. Maybe hardcore EDH players if there's like a degenerate deck, but at the end of the day, it's like, that's a deck they want to play. That's the cards they want to play. Why does Magic, people in Magic that's why it's so great. You can play it any way you want. You can do anything you want in the game within the rules, right? There's nothing wrong with being a casual. There's nothing wrong with being a standard grinder. There's nothing wrong with being a wannabe pro. All these people add up to our entire community, right? I don't want to exile anybody. I want the game to be strong. I want it to be growing. I want it to be popular. And that's why it's so big. There's so many different ways to slice it. It appeals to a wide variety of people. So why would I want to hamper that? I don't. Back on the road. What are we doing? Where are we? You don't know, but I know. We're gonna find out, maybe. It's not very busy, but it's almost closed. We're at the gun show. Like, they can make a bunch of people nervous, and I may have found one of the most hated MTG YouTuber ever.
What? Whose hair? That you mean that one dude that I hate his hair? I forgot his name. I'm blanking on his name. Keep in mind, I do hate you though, whoever you are.
Right, that's a fact.
Yes.
Des does hate everyone.
I don't remember.
Are you talking about Rudy?
No.
Oh.
I like Rudy as a person.
Oh,
I
yeah,
just don't like the crap he pulled.
Yeah, yeah.
What the hell is his name? Oh, Snackies. Yeah, I love him.
Oh yeah, you guys don't get along.
Snackies. Love ya. He's my favorite.
Yeah,
so, that's pretty sweet.
All right, we're gonna go buy some guns. Well, I managed to survive hanging out with Desolator Magic in a room full of guns. Who would have thought? You know, and even though I don't always agree, in fact, I probably disagree with his videos more than I agree with them, I find them entertaining. And I watch it from time to time. And somehow I managed to not draw judgments against him as a man based on the videos he makes. Imagine that. See, there's this sort of social currency in hate, and it's more valuable than the social currency of love or liking something. It's the same reason that you see a lot of people do virtue signaling so much online, right? Just keep an eye on, like, after every terrorist attack, how many of your friends change their Facebook avatar or send out tweets like everyone will just agree with them with. Like, I really hate terrorism. Terrorism's bad. Well, no shit, right? But people agree with that stuff. And even my fans are, you know, there is a percentage of my fans that love it when I give it to Wedge or that AJ kid for doing stuff like that, right? Because it's dumb. It accomplishes nothing. It just collects these social points, virtue points. And hate has the same currency system, right? I mean, there's maybe 100 people probably that subscribe to Desolator Magic, for example, just a thumbs down their video, his videos. I probably have 10 or 20 of them. We're almost there, puppy. But like, what kind of sad existence is that? But the thing is, you get rewarded for that behavior because you see people talking later on that like, yeah, I really hate that guy. And then people are like, yeah, that guy's a dick. Yeah. Rebel, 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 rebel. I know, puppy, we're almost there. And I just want to see Magic players not be so desperate to reap the meaningless rewards of groupthink and virtue signal and hate points and all these things. They're meaningless in real life, and it's proven by, you know, you go and you talk to somebody. Like there's a huge percentage of people that will tell you, Indy, over here, bud. Will tell you that like somebody's a bad person. There's people out there that say that about me, like, oh, he's such a dick. But not one of them have ever met me in real life. I've met hundreds of you in real life, and I'm certain our interactions were always positive. And nobody's ever said, boy, I met MTG headquarters and he was a real dick. It's just the internet. The internet currency of cool is really hate. And I'd love to see a lot less of this going on in the Magic community, myself included. I have my moments, but I never let it really, I can't ever say I really like hate a person over what they believe, unless it's totally atrocious. But even then, you can always find something redeemable about just about anybody if you give them a chance. And my hope is that Magic players will do more of that, and then also to practice more critical thought and to not buy into, you know, the generally accepted norms, and to challenge your own belief systems. I know a lot of you are really young who watch me, but this is a skill that's dead now in today's youth. And I'm just really learning how to do it now in my 30s. And I feel a lot better doing that than just mindlessly following what other people say. Going to Reddit and be like, yeah, I agree with this. It's so much easier to do that as opposed to just maybe taking a few minutes to think about it for yourself. But my hope is that some of you will take this message and start to do that. Maybe you don't do it all the time, right? But start practicing. Look at some of the things you believe in and start to question them a little bit. Think about, are they correct? Is it the best line of thinking? And this will make you a better Magic player. Absolutely will make you a better Magic player. Critical thought is a skill that you're not born with. You have to flex it. You have to work out that muscle. And this will make you a better person. It will make you, if you care about nothing but just being a better Magic player, this will do that for you. Just don't get on that hate train all the time. You know, let it pass by. And just don't be another one of those cogs in the internet hate machine.
You a good boy? Indy? Are you a good puppy? Hey, who's a good boy? Yeah. Let's go play in the rain.